That's right. It's True Transformative Fitness. The title of this one is Training with Me. Okay? I'm gonna give you an internal view of what it's like to train with me before I train my first client. First and foremost, I'm showing up with the biggest muscle in my body, which is my brain. Okay? So whatever you got going on, you know what I mean? I'm gonna figure it out within milliseconds. Okay? Second of all, in no specific order. You see that? See that? Breath is always 10 out of 10. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to lose a client due to bad breath or bad hygiene or anything like that. So I'm always fresh and I don't care if you my last client of the day. You understand what I'm saying? Still fresh. Always fresh. From my breath to my underarms to everywhere else. You dig? You know what I mean? Yeah. Training with me. Training me in addition to that. You don't know what kind of workout I'm gonna show up with. You see what I'm saying? Or what tools we're gonna use. You see what I mean? You know how I know you don't know? Because half the time I don't know until the day of, until I look at my roster. You know what I mean? So I look at my roster of clients and what we hadn't done in a while and what we've been doing. Once I calculate all those things, that's when I produce a workout. And speaking of workouts, you may not repeat the same workout for a very, very, very long time. That's a benefit. Training with me. Training with me, in addition to that, you always know I'm going to show up in shape. I'm going to show up in shape like a pro athlete. You know what I mean? You know, muscled up and leaned out. You know what I mean? Because how can I inspire you if I don't look the part? You know what I mean? If I don't look the part, how are you going to, if I'm telling you to do curls and you see no biceps contracting, you know what I mean? How motivated are you going to squeeze out the extra 2 to 5 repetitions for me? You see what I mean? Yeah. Training with me. Training with me. Listen, you get the same experience. I don't care what I got going on in my personal life. I show up with the same energy every single time. I'm a throwback. You understand what I'm saying? I have infinite energy naturally. So this is an excellent way for me to spend this energy for real. You know what I mean? You know, so I'm showing up energetic, not dragging ass. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm showing up with that energy, whether you're my first client or 15th client of the day. You see what I mean? Yeah. Training with me. Training with me, you're gonna get insight into what your body's capabilities are, but more importantly, the incapabilities of your body. Because once I diagnose those incapabilities and I turn those incapabilities into abilities, true transformation. You understand that? True transformation, right? Training with me. Training with me, there's only a 2% chance that I'm gonna cancel a session due to unforeseen circumstances. You know what I mean? My clients are more likely to cancel or reschedule a session before I do. So that brings up the D word, not Duriel, but dependability. Okay? You know what I mean? Undependable. That's one of my superpowers. Being dependable and being consistent. You know what I mean? Yeah. Listen, I swear to you, I can keep this video going, but for the next, I don't know, I can make it a series, but I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna cut it right there because I'm about to get to work. But you know, just to give you a little motivation, and you know what time it is? 5:25 a.m. The first wolf howling. You understand that? Bam.